Money Talks is sponsored by Astound Broadband.
32.3 million Americans contributed to a Roth IRA in 2022. Now, it's post-tax money, so it didn't reduce their yearly tax that was due. But when these Americans do draw from their Roth in retirement, that money will be tax-free. We wanted to learn more about Roth versus traditional IRAs, so we talked to an expert tonight in an all-new Money Talks. Roth IRAs were created back in 1997 in the Taxpayer Relief Act and went into effect in 1998. So, should you take advantage?
The age-old question that we have with now is IRAs. Should I go traditional? Should I go Roth? I deal with it quite a bit. The traditional IRA will be fully taxable upon distribution when you start taking money out or using it for retirement, whatever the case may be. The Roth IRA, however, and I believe this is one of the best things since sliced bread, is that money's going to be tax-free for you.
And that takes us to your limits. You can only put $7,000 into an IRA for 2024 if you are under the age of 50. You can do $8,000 if you are 50 or above and have an income. And to contribute to a Roth, you have to make less than $146,000 for single filers and less than $230,000 for those filing jointly.
As far as some of the downside, they have what we call a 59.5 rule. So the government says, or the IRS says, these are retirement plans, so we necessarily don't want you to touch them before the age of 59.5, or there could be a penalty involved.
So not only do you need to wait on your investment, we want you to know President Biden proposed raising the capital gains tax. And when you workers retire someday, these funds are going to be taxed as income.
So the traditional IRA will be treated as on distribution as income tax.
Okay.
There's some other accounts that the capital gains tax deal that President Biden was talking about will affect, but the traditional IRA will be treated as income tax upon distribution. So great question.
Rojo also talks about how much better and how much longer your retirement could be and could last if you were tapping into a Roth that doesn't need to be taxed.
Wouldn't it be nice to pull only $40,000 out of your 401k or employee-sponsored retirement plan and make up the additional $40,000 from your Roth IRA? Now you're living off of $80,000 a year and only paying taxes on $40,000. That's a great idea. Great plan. If you're able to get to that point, I think that would be the best. I mean, $80,000 and only paying taxes on 40. I think anybody would take that.
And just to seal the deal, imagine if you had $1 million in a Roth and $1 million in a traditional. Here's the difference.
For one, in your Roth IRA, that money's going to last a little longer. It's going to last longer in the Roth IRA. That you can bet, because we're taking less out to live off of the $40,000. So that's the biggest difference between the two.
Another plus of the Roth IRA is that you never need to take minimum distributions. So if you desired, this could be passed tax-free onto your descendants as a wonderful gift after you are gone.